I've spent the last 7 days building a 100-game PlayStation collection from scratch using no money out of pocket. And now on day 7, I only have 11 games to go to get to 100, and I only have 6 specific games left on my list that I wanted to have in this collection. But here's the problem. 4 out of the 6 specific games I have left on my list are $100+ grail games, and I only have $160 in the budget right now. So the goal today, the strategy is just gonna be to hand this tiny list to vendors, see how many games they might have and what deal we can possibly swing. Excuse me, do you have any of these games by chance? Okay, we'll come back later, no problem. I'm looking for these PlayStation games here. Do you happen to have any of those? Especially the Smurfs. I've been really struggling with the Smurfs.
No Smurfs, unfortunately.
Do you guys happen to have any of these, do you know?
We have Silent Hill.
You do have Silent Hill? Where was it? Down here?
That excitement's not gonna last very long, Caleb.
Right there.
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
The disc only copy.
Okay, shoot. I'm looking for complete. Thank you though, I appreciate it.
Strike 3, you're out!
Do you guys happen to have any of those?
Is that PS1 Silent Hill?
Yes.
Yes, we do. It is $200.
Ooh, Black Label. Wow, this is a nice copy. So at the moment, this is out of my budget, but I will definitely keep this in mind.
Okay.
Thank you. I will for sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
I'm looking for these PlayStation 1 games.
I believe I have Silver Star Saga.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, how did I miss it? Oh my goodness, could I see it? Wow. This is one that I honestly did not think I'd be able to check off the list. Oh, it's so nice. Wow. The discs look really good too. You had 150, is that right? Did you have any wiggle room on it, do you know?
140.
140? I would appreciate that. Yeah, I can do cash. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All right, so I did find one other one. At this point, because they gave me a discount, we've got $20 left in the fund. I was just curious, sir. Would you be willing to do this guy for 20?
Only for the Phoenix resale.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So folks, we've got 2 games now. One of our grail games all ready today. I can't even believe it, but we literally spent ourselves down to a $0 budget, which makes this the perfect time to sell the last bit of the GameCube collection that I brought on this trip. Let's go do that. So I went back to my secret room to do something that I had been debating in my mind for the last 6 days. So folks, I have with me here again the mystery GameCube box. And the last 2 games I picked out for it are Zoo Cube and Spirits and Spells. And these are both really awesome games from the collection, but I know that they're not gonna be enough to get me the 3 grails and 2 other collection games that I really need. But folks, I gotta be honest, I have one other game that I brought from my GameCube collection. I didn't put it in the mystery box because I didn't know if I was going to want to sell it, and that is Gotcha Force. This game goes for $600 to $800 and honestly is pretty special to me. But folks, what has become even more special to me than one GameCube game is this series. The last 7 days have been so fantastic and so challenging that I will gladly sell off a grail game to give this series the finale it deserves. Got a lot of bidders on this, 321 so far. And St. Bill's, congratulations, a really solid deal on this game. I'll give you guys a look. We do have a couple of inserts in here along with the game. John, congratulations on that one. Really appreciate you. Last one today, folks, Zoo Cube. And this one I believe is CIP. Sheezer 33, really appreciate you on that one. The Whatnot auction went as good as I could have possibly hoped. Zoo Cube sold for $41, Spirits and Spells sold for $99, and Gotcha Force sold for $551, which is a bit less than I paid, but if I'm gonna give deals to anyone, I want it to be my Whatnot community who has given me so much support over this series. Also, folks, do not forget that tonight, the night this video is posted, is our Whatnot giveaway live stream. We've got over $700 worth of PlayStation games that we're gonna be giving away, and because I'm a madman, I'm throwing in 3 more high-dollar games to the giveaway stack, making this a $1,000+ giveaway stream. If that's not enough, this entire table is games that are going to be priced at only $10. So if you're a new user and you download the app with the link in my description, you'll be able to buy anything on this table and pay just the cost of shipping because you get $10 off of your first purchase. Just make sure to be there at the beginning of the auction. I have a feeling it's going to be crazy. Thanks a bunch to Whatnot for sponsoring this series, and I'll see you guys tonight. Which leaves us with $603 to spend on these PlayStation games. Here's the problem. The total value of these is probably around $1,000. So what we're gonna do right now is try to get a feel for the convention floor of what the heck is actually out there so that we can make a decision of how to allocate our last funds. I would love to get these two, honestly, but of these three, I have no idea. I'm looking for these 5 PlayStation games. Do you happen to have any or know where they might be?
Silent Hill.
Ooh, honestly, dude, this copy's really clean too, and it's 20 bucks less, so that's definitely a good one to know. I'm wondering if you've seen any of these games. Oh, you do have it. Do you know what price you have on it?
It's 100.
So they said that they have this one here, Dragon Quest 7. It's 100 bucks. Which I didn't realize at the time. I would have put this in the Grail category. This was a viewer suggestion. Could I take a look at it? Oh, this is nice shape too. So missing manual looks like, but it does have both discs. You do 90 on it? Okay, that's really good to know. Honestly, I feel like I definitely should do this one. Since this is the last viewer suggestion, I think that would just be a really good move. I don't care as much about Silent Hill. I'm not a horror guy, but also these guys have been great to me through the whole convention. I also found this Tetris Plus, which I was thinking about earlier in the series, which for 10 bucks, I think we're gonna go ahead and throw in. These are the last PlayStation games I'm looking for. Do you guys happen to have any of those or know where I can find one? I'm looking for these 4 PlayStation games. Do you happen to have any? Alrighty. Do you have any of these PlayStation games? No. You don't? It was at this point that we started to have a lot of trouble asking a ton of vendors if they had anything but Silent Hill. We were having a lot of trouble, and I honestly went to kind of a bad place.
I'm worthless. You should leave me here with the rest of the garbage.
We all make mistakes. It's what makes us human. I will not fail you.
Oh, so we've got Toomba 2, but I'm looking for the regular Toomba. And this one is a reproduction art, so I'll pass on that. We know that we can buy at least one more Grail today. My hopes are rising. I would love to find the Smurfs though. So let's see if we can. Austin, I've got a random question, a strange request. It was at this point in the day that we decided to switch tactics and recruit the owner of the convention.
All right, attention vendors. If anybody here has the Smurfs game on PlayStation 1, we have a desperate buyer who is in desperate need of it. Please let us know, and he will come and immediately buy this game from you.
Smurfs Racing.
Not the right one.
I tried. I'm sorry.
I'm dead inside. It was after 20 minutes of standing around with my sign at the front of the convention hall that it slowly dawned on me that nobody had the Smurfs. The thing is, I knew when starting this series that I most likely wouldn't be able to find and buy the Grail games that were in blue on the bottom. I really was secretly hoping that I would be able to find all the games from my childhood, but the thing is, with series like this, you can't plan out the whole narrative. You can't always control everything. I'm coming to grips with that slowly and realizing that we still have $503 to spend on these games if we are able to find them, and that's a fantastic conclusion for me. As we headed back into the convention center to pick out the last games of the series, I had to ask myself, did this series accomplish its goal of proving that opportunity is everywhere? And after 90 plus games and spending hundreds of dollars over the course of 7 days, I can say with certainty, it did not. Because the reality is, if it weren't for all the help that I received from my friends along the way, this series would have fallen flat on its face. Honestly, if there was any takeaway from this series, it's not that opportunity is everywhere, but rather that relationships are everything. Folks, we've realized over the course of the day that not just Quinoa, not just the Smurfs, but also Toomba are not available at any of these booths. But we're back here at Upstate Games because they do have this beautiful Silent Hill. And honestly, these guys have treated us so well over the course of this series. I want to buy the rest of the 6 games that we need to complete the 100 games right here. And because we have so much money in the fund, we can actually get some really cool stuff that I didn't expect to be able to. So folks, after much deliberation, taking recommendations from multiple people around here, our 7 final games of the collection: Silent Hill, Emperor's New Groove, you know I love my Disney, Vagrant Story, absolutely iconic, Bloody Roar in mint condition, 40 winks for only $20, 50 cents per wink, not too bad, Contra, and finally, Editor If, can I get a drum roll? Legend of Mana for $70. Folks, I cannot believe the absolute heat we were able to pick up in this one last purchase. Riff, let's give our final update to the PlayStation poster board. Now folks, for the last time in the PlayStation project, let's shelve this plastic. Folks, the series took 7 days to film. It's gonna take another month to edit, but it only takes 1 second to subscribe, so if you've enjoyed this journey along the way, that would mean a ton. And until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.